How long does the foreclosure process take in the state of Illinois? In this video, we're going to talk how long it takes for a foreclosure to process in the state of Illinois. One of the cool things about this video is you're going to see that the rules are on your side. And you know, time isn't such a big deal. Everybody wants to know how long is it going to take. It really depends on you. Kind of a little bit of a riddle, but that'll go from there. By the time you're done with this video, you'll know exactly what the process is. I got a little bonus for you, so stick around for that. We'll show you how to do that. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care. Write a note, all that good stuff. So we got a lot of information to go over, so let's get right down to it. A foreclosure process in Illinois can be a daunting experience if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so what I mean by that is if you're trying to do the foreclosure process without representation, then you've got a fool for a client. Okay, you know, we've all heard that. That's right, a defendant that defends himself. I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, you should get some legal representation. Don't do this on your own. There's so many things that go on here. You know, there are literally real estate firms out there that can show you how to do this. When a foreclosure process takes place on a tax lien certificate in the state of Illinois, Cook County, whatever the case might be, there a bunch of procedures have got to happen previous to that happening. So it is extremely important to understand the foreclosure process in any jurisdiction besides Illinois. Anywhere in the country, do you understand what the process is? So for instance, if I buy a tax lien certificate in Cook County and I don't file certain paperwork by a certain amount of time, it's not a good day for you. And it just says that you've notified these people at certain points during the 3 years of the redemption period, really 2.5, but you can extend it a third year, to make sure that everything is being delivered on time and when you say it is. If all of those things have been done and they still haven't redeemed after the third year, now you can foreclose on the property. During that time window, it can be anywhere from 60 to 90 days. You might as well go ahead and double that. Not because it takes longer, but when you're first doing it for the first time, you may not file paperwork on time, whatever the case is. And this is where it comes, having somebody, an attorney, that knows what they're doing is super crucial. So what I'm gonna do is go, okay, when are our deadlines? When do these things have to be filed? What can I do to expedite this thing so we're not getting behind, and make sure you have those on your calendar? The only way a property owner can stop a foreclosure due to delinquent property taxes in the state of Illinois is to pay them. Actually, that's not totally true. They could file bankruptcy, okay, but that's not going to eliminate the tax lien certificate. All that will do is buy them a little time, okay? But again, during that time period, you're still going to be getting the interest rate or whatever that prevailing deal is. So it's not going to do, oh, stop, it's going to stop everything. No, all that will do is buy them a little bit of time, but they're still going to have to pay off. You cannot wipe out a tax lien certificate in the state of Illinois for any other reason besides paying it. So once you start the foreclosure process, you're really stating, I am taking this property on this particular date if these things aren't met. And that thing is pay the taxes plus the interest rate to the county. The county will process that check within 5 to 10 business days, and you'll have a property in your hand. Period, end of story. Okay, that's how it works. The only way of extending that, like I said earlier, is if the property owner actually filed for a bankruptcy. Now, one of the things, once you file a notice of default, an NOD, notice of default, the property owner can contact you and say, hey, listen, we're working on ways to get this paid. Now, that's up to you to extend it. You don't have to, but there's all sorts of different things that we explain in other videos, basically where you can do, modify it a little bit, delay it, but you want to make sure it's written out, that that's exactly what you're doing. You're delaying the foreclosure process because otherwise the court's going to say, oh, he must have dropped it because they failed to file the rest of the paperwork. You say, nope, we've got a modification on this. We're going to be giving the property owner another 60 days, you know, what have you. Now remember, listen, you can go down below. There's a little gift I have for you. There's a free course on this and tax liens and everything. All you have to do is go down below, hit the link, higginsmethod.com, fill out the information, and I'll help you out with that. But really, in the state of Illinois, you have a lot of power as a tax lien holder on the property. It's because you're really acting as if you're the county. And so it's really kind of strange. If I was a property owner, or used to be a lender and I was lending money, the lender isn't giving nearly as much leeway as I am, because really in all reality, I'm not a lender. I'm not a bank. I am the county, because I've given the money to the county to pay for things like roads, bridges, fire departments, school, education, all of those great things, so the county can continue to function. And if they didn't pay, well, the only thing I have is that property. Well, the county does. So, although it's technically not the case, it kind of is. You're kind of the county, okay? When you're foreclosing on this, they got one choice, not five, not in lieu of, not short sales, one choice and one choice only. They can pay the property taxes plus a substantial interest, which in the state of Illinois is going to be, it's going to be 9% every 6 months. And so that's 9%, 18%, 27%. You see what I'm saying? It goes all the way, way over 50% in the state of Illinois. Now, a couple of things that you need to understand. You need to understand when the sale's coming up. There's a sale coming up in Illinois, actually, as I'm recording this. Find out when those sales are. Make sure you get all the stuff that you need to participate, registration process. Go through your checkpoints on those properties. You've got probably about 40,000 tax lien certificates available at that sale. Break it down by the township that you want to invest in, single family residential properties. If you want commercial, that's fine. Make sure you find liens within your budget. Now remember, when you're buying at the sale in Illinois, you're bidding down the interest rate. So it starts at 9% every 6 months, but I can say, I'll take it for 5%. But it's 5% every 6 months. So it's 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%, 30%, okay, by the time it's all done. I mean, it's kind of comical the way they do that, because they haven't done anything different in Chicago for over 100 years. And recently they've changed up the way they always do that. They have what they call a scavenger sale every couple of years. They haven't had one for a while. And they changed that up too. It used to be every odd year, then it went to even year. Now it's whenever we think we're going to do it. And they won't tell us when they're going to do it. So there's all sorts of things that you need to be aware of that you're when you're going into the state of Illinois. And again, Chicago's not the only city. It's just the biggest one there. Okay, Cook County is massive. It's probably one of the biggest tax lien sales in the country, if not the biggest. I think it is the biggest. You've got, I don't know. When you go to Chicago, the Cook County building down on Clark Street, and you're going up to the 3rd floor and you see all those dusty old books full of tax lien certificate, you think to yourself, you know what? I think Al Capone still lives here. There's kind of a good old boy system set up there. Some of the nicest people on the planet live in Chicago, and they still have that Midwest hospitality there. It's not as rough as other cities around the country. I think you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, listen, there's a lot of information go there. Make sure you do your research. Again, I've got a brand new course on this. This is my gift to you. It's free. Go down to the link down below, higginsmethod.com. I'll give you a complimentary course for that. That's my gift to you, to show you how to go out there and get on it. All right, this is Saen Higgins saying God bless, good luck, and we'll see you out there.